tonight I am joined with the Leagues lady. So tonight we are going to be joined with Emma-Jane Smith, and she's going to be telling us all about showing. So give us 2 minutes and we shall bring her on board.
Sorry.
Don't apologise, trust me, the first time I did this was with FOMO and I completely deleted everything we spoke about. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, we're good. I brought my partner in crime this evening with me, although she's hiding.
Hi.
So you got your questions and stuff and you've managed to join us.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. How's your weekend been? I guess you've been enjoying the sunshine.
It's been very nice. I had annual leave on Friday as well, so I've had a long weekend.
Oh, happy days.
Sunshine and annual leave. Can't complain.
Well, you need to cheer up the showing, because Sonny has just said I was fed up. If getting up at 4 a.m. to get him ready to never get anything, I'd rather have a lie-in, ha ha. So we need to change these people's ways of thinking, because you made it to Olympia, although Olympia didn't quite happen because of COVID, not your fault. But let's kick this off with, tell us a bit about you for people that do not know you. And Jan, we just got your shoulder. Come in closer.
Yeah, so I'm EJ. I love native ponies. I've got a Welsh Section D and 2 New Forests. And I've had New Forests before that.
Oh, bless you. So for anybody that doesn't know what a native pony is, tell us, what's a native pony?
So most people know them as like mountain and moorlands, but they're your, well, I say British, broadly British, Welsh, United Kingdom breeds. So your New Forest, your Dales, your Highlands, your Fells, Shetlands, Welsh A, B, C and D, New Forest, Connemara's. And I'm really sorry if I missed any out.
No, it's fine, because Jack just went,
more.
oh, because, you know, this is why I wanted to bring it up. There's some people in the room and probably on this Instagram that wouldn't know what a native pony was if it came up and like chewed on their nose. So yeah, and so why your love for native ponies?
I sort of stumbled into them with
the you've just been picked up. Exmoor MMCM 2210 just said Exmoor.
Oh, sorry,
you're in trouble.
I left out. Yeah, I sort of stumbled across them. I had a New Forest pony after having platted riding ponies and that sort of thing for the early part of my riding life, and I fell in love with the fact that they can do everything. There's nothing that they don't sort of turn their hand to, and you can go anywhere you want. And to be honest, they hold their own. But during the week with work, they're so much easier to manage. For my mum, for me, they don't care if they're not ridden for 3 days. They just come back exactly the same, rather than a big warm blood that wouldn't take too kindly to that.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you do so well at the shows, well, especially the shows we've seen you at. You seem to wipe the floor with everybody.
I'm very lucky. I've got a couple of very good ones at the minute that are reaching the end of their careers, but I've been very lucky with both of them. So, and Gracie's coming up. She's getting there. So.
Is it Gracie that barks at Catherine?
Yeah, Gracie's a bit of a diva. She's the baby of the bunch. But then you've got Harry and Mo, who are 20 and 22.
Mm. So. Yeah, no, they all do really well, and we love seeing them at FEG, and we love seeing the vlogging that Catherine does with the FEG bits, and it's good to see. It's good to see. So,
yeah, she's awesome. Yeah. She does a great job of them. The videos are really good, and they're nice to keep. They're lovely memories. Like this year, it's been great watching them back.
Yeah, 100%, because we haven't been able to see anything in real life. So yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that one. So tell us why you got involved with Forces Equine.
So I decided to start an equestrian section, and I did a bit of hunting around Google to see what it was about, and I actually threw Catherine and Sally in the first year, because we only got really limited funding. So I said to them, well, you go and we'll see how it works out. And they came back and were like, it was awesome. We had an amazing weekend. So I thought next year I'm having some of that. And yeah, so we went along. Actually, last year was my first time, although I did summer and winter games, it was the first time I'd actually been, not just my club members as such. So yeah.
Am I right in thinking that you still have our cup because you have been top serving FE overall champion for the last 2 shows?
Yeah, I do. My mum has it because she likes to have it on display.
Have you been polishing it though? Have you been polishing it? I've missed it.
Yeah, Mum wouldn't let that slip. It's on a Pride of Place wall.
Well, you've just had a message from Sunny again, _ the ginger nut. Stage fright is a massive issue, even though I have been a steward at shows. What does she mean? Explain that to me, Emma, or are you not too sure? If not, we'll have to get to elaborate on that comment.
It's funny, I was talking to one of my friends on the phone today and I said, oh, we're going out to some shows and when lockdown ends. And she said, I said, oh, I've been really nervous about jumping again. And she was like, well, you never show it. And I was like, well, it doesn't mean I don't feel it. I think it's, let me just tap my phone because it flicks on and off and then I can't see you. I think I'm quite lucky. I don't really get that many. I do get nervous, but I don't outwardly show it. But I think just knowing and believing in the horses that you've got makes a really big difference for me. I know exactly what mine's, having had Harry for 15 years, Mo for 17 years. I know exactly what their quirks are. I know what they will and won't like in the ring, and I can go away and recreate that.
So Harry
I've got a lot of things at home that I've got upturned rock pieces of pond liner that I use as rocks for things they haven't liked in the past. And if I'm going to big shows, I download the music that I know they use before I go, and little things like that. Because with showing, with evening performances, I think the horse has got to be used to being with round music all the time, because that's quite a big ask.
And so Harry is our superstar, which is Popstar Masterclass.
Yeah, he's my horse of a lifetime, I think.
Well, he's done quite well. He's hit the press, so he was in the Horse and Hound the other day.
He was. He's in Horse and Hound on New Year's Eve, which
yeah. What a cracking way to start the new year.
Yeah, can't complain. Yeah.
So bringing that into it, so why were you in Horse and Hound?
So we went to the rescheduled Suffolk show, which was a Suffolk Autumn Horse Show in September. And we did the senior showing and dressage, which is for oldies, so ponies 15 and over. They have to be home produced, so you can't be a professional. You just have to meet certain amateur rules. And we did their Olympia qualifier, and Harry came reserve and qualified for Olympia 2020.
Which didn't happen.
The Horse and Hound ran the story as part of their reader issue of successes in 2020. And then Olympia got cancelled, which was a bit gutting, but we all saw it come in, so it wasn't any great surprise, I don't think. So the senior showing were amazing. They rang me up, said it was being transferred to 2021. And then I got a call on New Year's Eve, on the same day the Horse and Hound came out, ironically, saying that Olympia were building on the site where all the stables go up for all the showing classes. And for 2021, they were cancelling, or from now on, they are cancelling all showing classes. So that caused senior showing and BSPS Mountain and Moorland Championships to have to move. So yeah, gutting, but
we're very gutted for you, but we were very gutted because that's how we start our Christmas. We go to Olympia, we watch normally, what is it, the Puissance, we've got our champagne and our half a prawn sandwich because it costs an absolute nightmare money.
Yeah.
But that's how we kick off Christmas, and then we wait for Santa to come out and wave at us. But it's very humbling to see one of our members qualify for it because it's such an awesome event. And it's very sad that they're going to pull those classes out. But so where are you off to now? Because obviously that's not the end of the road. So where are we going with this?
No, so amazingly, crazy short notice, they've managed to get us a place at Royal International. So we'll be going to Hickstead, hopefully, in July, COVID permitting. We'll be going to Hickstead on the Saturday, which will be very exciting. I've done RI once. But not on any of my ponies. So
Well, when you go to Hickstead, let them know that you're an FE member. Edward Bunn and all the Bunns love Forces Equine people.
Good. I'm excited.
Honestly, go there. They whenever we go to do like team events and stuff, they always go, "Oh, we love FE people." And Katie Lewis 100 just popped up going, "Girls' Weekend."
Ah,
Can we come?
She is my girls' gang. We have the most amazing group of girls who we've all friends from veterans and M&M classes. We've got we're all friends on Instagram, but also got a messenger group, and they have been my everything during lockdown. Like, they've been the ones we've chatted to, talked to, moaned to each other. They are mega. So yeah, hi girls.
You've got your own little posse. I love it.
Yeah, we're all in the same sort of group with older, or mostly got older ponies, and so we all really get the dramas that go with that.
Well, you've just been sent lots of love hearts by Katie. So we'll send lots of love hearts back. That's not a very good love heart, but yeah.
I can't do that. It involves touching the phone and then it might fall over.
So going back to your FE thing, talking about your most memorable moment, what was it? And please tell me it was Catherine with her vlogging, because that was my most memorable moment of getting to know you two.
Yeah, I think so. Trying to hide from the camera and realising it wasn't going to happen after 48 hours.
Well, like the fact you were driving, so you couldn't really take your hands off the wheel to snatch the phone. It's just like, here's EJ, here's EJ.
It doesn't go well with the job description, does it, either? So yeah, I leave Catherine to do the vlogging in the passenger seat, and yeah, I just sit there and hide. But by the time we were knackered on the Sunday, I just sort of gave in and let her film it.
Yeah, you never come back from an FE party like where we're all, you know, raring to go. It's normally like, I need to sleep. Generally after FEG, I have about 2 weeks off because I am shattered.
Yeah, it's always stay away shows. They're just knackering, aren't they?
Well, they are with us because we just don't know when to stop, and nobody goes to bed at a normal, reasonable time, and then we up at 7. It's just like, really? Yeah.
Yeah, clear out jumping at 7:30 was not a great move.
It was good fun for me to watch. I was like, oh.
While still eating a sausage and egg McMuffin from McDonald's on the way.
At the same time.
Yeah.
That's very commendable. I like that. That's very good. So what's your future goal with your showing career?
I'm not really a big one for goals. I just kind of sort of stumble across whatever happens.
Well, most people, like, you remember we were on that committee meeting the other week and you said, oh, I qualified for Olympia. And I was like, Graham Matthews been doing that for years, never got there. That's quite a massive sort of achievement. So if you've achieved that, but yes, it's moved, what would be your next one?
Well, I had a horsey bucket list, which was when I was a kid, I wanted to ride in an evening performance, which obviously I've been lucky to do lots of times now. I wanted to win a flower sash, which I did a couple of years ago. I wanted to ride at Hoy's, which I've been lucky enough to do, RI and Olympia, which unfortunately Olympia probably will never happen now, but I feel I've qualified, so I can sort of tick that one off. But the one I've never done is I've never won in an evening performance to have the centre line on my own. So that's probably my one outstanding before I retire.
So are you aiming for ES UK?
No, I don't think I can do ES UK because I think I'm ineligible because of where I've competed.
Oh, okay.
Annoyingly. So yeah, I'd like
they have great evening performances. Well, you never know. We might speak to Teresa and ask her if you could turn up and go, ta-da! But you may not be able to like have won it. But maybe you could turn up as a special guest.
Yeah, I think are they not? I think it might be quite close to RI as well, if I remember rightly. But yeah, I'm aiming for Equifest if it happens.
Yeah.
And obviously FE and RI if it happens, and then I'd just like to get Gracie out and get her going, because the last year, which is kind of when I really wanted to get her going, has just been totally written off. So it's going to really put her backwards, and she's 9 this year, so I want to get her going, even if that means sort of taking a bit of a step back But
So in showing, is there like age classes? I don't know a lot about showing, which the guys from, or David and that from BSBS will tell me off because I have a lot to do with them, but I keep asking them to educate me. Is there a cut off? Is it like show jumping where you have certain age classes where you've got the 4-year-olds,
it
5-year-olds?
all kind of depends on where you go, really. At sort of Hoy's level, then if you ride a platted pony, then there are age limits. If you ride a native, then there are no age limits.
Okay.
And if you ride a horse, then there's no age limit. Well, there's a younger age limit, but not an older, I think. But I don't really do horses. So, yeah, it all depends on where you ride. But if you go to some of the unaffiliated level shows, then often there's no age limit. So, like Equifest and shows like that don't have age limits, even though they try to be as alike to that Hoy's type experience as possible.
Yeah, well, I guess, I don't know, when I was growing up as a little girl, Mum used to wake me up in the water, in the middle of the night, it felt. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's back. She's back.
Sorry, it's my phone turns itself off. I can't stop it.
Oh, no, can I just say, Nikki Byrne has just popped up. No stopping you then, Debs, if there's no age limit. Yeah, cheers for that, love. Thank you. I suppose, yeah, just, I don't know. Being woken up in sort of like, it felt like the middle of the night because I was younger, but, Debbie, John Whittaker's on the TV, it'd be Horse of the Year show. So, but I think it's great. You've got things like ESUK, Equifest, all those sort of little shows. Well, they're not little, they're massive, but giving people that fantastic experience, because
I agree. Shows like I love it because the professionals on the whole are more than happy to talk to you and give you advice. I'm so lucky that some really good friends that ride at a much higher level than me are amazing, and they offer me so much advice. And I think you don't maybe get that in some of the other disciplines. They're quite separated, the lower levels and the higher levels, whereas showing everyone's in one ring. People are really happy to give you feedback, and then you get to go to, what other disciplines? You get to go to Olympia, RI and Hoy's as an amateur.
True.
It's the opportunities aren't really there in, say, dressage, for example. You've got to be elite to go to those shows. So, yeah, for me, it's given me amazing opportunities.
Right, so I'm confused, but you might be able to educate me on this. Katie Lewis 100 has just said, Equifest Bongo song gives you all the feels. It's such an amazing... What on earth, and could you please give us a couple of lines of the Equifest Bongo song, please?
You can't sing it, because it's just...
Come on, I can do this.
Just the song.
What's the song? Come on, give us a line.
You can't, I can't. It's
got to do with bongos, so how does the bongo go?
But it's the Lap of Honour song, and everybody knows it. It's like the Hoy's.
Well, you obviously don't know it.
No, I can't.
How's it go?
Katie can do it. She can fill the boots.
If I Google the Equifest Bongo song, it will come up.
I can't. I think they're called the Safri Duo or something, because I downloaded it so the horses didn't lose their rag when they went round it. But it's the Safri Duo, and it's called the Bongo song.
Okay.
And, it's iconic for Equifest Lap of Honour.
Well, I wish Katie had popped up before now, because I could have Googled and downloaded it before we started our chat and gone,
if I had my iPad, I'd do it for you, but it's in the other room.
All right, brilliant. So, tell me about your most memorable thing with your showing career so far. So, like you said, getting to Olympia, it didn't happen, but now you're off to the Royal International Horse Show. What's been your biggest buzz where you've gone away and going,
it's probably got to be going to Horse of the Year show. It's every little girl's dream, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, Olympia would have been well up there in the horsey girls' dreams. But yeah, Hoy's, probably qualifying for Hoy's more than anything. I stood in they did it in reverse order, and actually I'd got married on the Saturday of one week. We went to Scotland on a mini moon, and we walked past Thompson's, or one of the travel agents at the time, and saw a holiday to Tenerife the following week, and we were like, should we go? And
she was a manager for them.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, should we go? So me and Andy were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I can't. I've got Norfolk show next week, so I'll do that. And then I said, oh no, it's fine. My stepdaughter can ride her because we never do well in flat classes anyway. So we were discussing booking this holiday. Never did. Went to Norfolk show. Went in the ring. They did it in reverse order, and they got to about fourth. And I thought, oh, I knew I should have gone on holiday. Never get placed in flat classes. I hate them. And then it came to first, and they called our number, and I was just like, what?
Well, Sammy the Ginger Nut just said the last show we went to, the advice we were given by the judge was he's just not my type. And even though we were pulled into the line, said, sorry, this rosette is for the horse and rider that has just left the ring. What's that all about?
Oh, that's a bit harsh. I don't think I'd probably go under them again. Yeah, type's really difficult. I've got two New Forests, and they are totally different types. So one is a very sporty, Gracie's a very sporty type. Mo is far more the traditional forest bred type. She's stud bred, but she's much more solid than Gracie. If they like Gracie's type, great. If they don't, the bottom of the line, and that's fine. I've got types that I like in Welshers and things as well. You just get to know who likes your horse and who doesn't, and sometimes you just got to take a gamble. If you don't.
Do you think that's what puts some people off with showing? Because I've never really done horsey showing, as you know, because they keep trying to ask you when you've got time to educate us to see whether you bring something into Forces Equine. But I remember going to Highclere Castle, which was Downton Abbey, and Susan Hampshire was judging this dog show, and me and my dog at the time, we won best legs, only because I've got long legs. And then I took my dog into another class, and all that was chosen was terriers, because that was their type. Do you think that sort of thing puts people off? And I can only say from a doggy show point of view, because I've never showed horses or showed.
Yeah, maybe. I think over the years, I think you've got to talk to a lot of people and really refine the art. Like, I spent a lot of the early years of my showing life at the bottom of lots of lines, just hoping that one day I might actually get a rosette. But then you talk to lots of people, and it's a real etiquette thing. I think you've got to really know how to show your horse off to best, but ultimately it is showing. It's like dog showing. You have got to have a good type for that class. If you haven't got a good type, then that doesn't mean they're not a great horse. It just might be that a purebred showing class is not the right one for them. But with showing the way it is now, there are so many other classes they can go in. Just maybe don't put them in the purebred class and put them in, say, the best turned out, or the riding club horse, or the style and appearance, or the training stakes.
Could we not bring that to FE, where you have best turned out, but it would have to be horse and rider? Because let's be honest, the majority of you guys part of FE, unless they're retired, but then we won't exclude them. Please don't. I'm retired. But we could have, you look great, horse looks great, and then it moves on paces and all. I assume, we could do something like that would be sort of fun, but bring them into showing and just see if they bite, the carrot sort of thing. Because I know Solvine, one of our members, he's gone down to train with Lynn Russell, and him and his horse were pulled out as the best. So we have a few people that would be really interested in it. But you know me, I won't try and push something I don't know, and this is the area I don't completely know. But I think it's something we could definitely introduce to FE. And talking to BSPS, they said they would embrace it, which would be quite cool.
Yeah, BSPS are, a very strong showing society. They have some of the best competitors in the country riding with them. Their courses are incredible, especially at working hunter standards, and that is where you will see your Hoys contenders and your RI contenders. That's where they will be. But yeah, there's so many options now. Like FE, maybe we can encourage people to do it if it didn't have a confirmation phase, because actually, we might all have different types of horses that do different disciplines, but that doesn't mean we couldn't do like you say, something that's got a showing mark, a performance mark, and you know, whatever else, maybe a showmanship mark in it as well, rather than it being down to whether they've got splints because they're eventers, or you know, whether they've got curbs or whatever it might be. That isn't necessarily what showing's all about anymore. And Equifest has proved that. They've proved that there can be a class for everybody. And that
Can I just say, Emma, I'm not laughing
popular.
at you. I'm not laughing at you. Connie Albert's just popped up and gone, Jan looks so fed up.
I'm concentrating.
Jan's smile. This is my mother's taking it all in face. Sorry, Connie Albert. I do apologize. But she's learning because she's worked with Joe Hastings, Jenna's mum, on the desk at FEG for the last, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
And you guys come in and ask and stuff, they're like, so it's learning. So sorry, Connie Albert, I do apologise. Smile more. So tell us about all the wonderful people behind the scenes that help you on a daily basis.
My mum, she's a legend. She manages the horses during the day for me while I'm at work. Obviously I've done shift work for 12 years up till now. So she's kept them going, and she is religious about routine and keeping the ponies on the same pattern and the same routine every day. And you know, I'm lucky enough, that's why I've got them at 20 and 22, is because mum is so careful with them. Especially being natives, I've got one with EMS and Cushing's, so I've got to be particularly careful with her. But the other two, you don't want to be letting them get fat or have high sugar diets, because they would be barrels if you gave them half an opportunity. So yeah, thankfully mum's amazing, and then I do evenings in the summer and weekends and when I've got leave and stuff like that. So yeah, and up until obviously last weekend when I got a new lorry, then Dad has been chief horse box driver, bartender and barbecuer.
Oh no, that's where you're definitely an Effie. Bartender, barbecuer, yeah. Well, you've got a couple more questions.
My lovely hubby Andy, who helps me out with all of the bits and bobs around the home, because when I go away to shows and stuff, we've got a dog, a gorgeous little puppy called Woody. So all of those sort of things, you know, we couldn't go away to shows if it wasn't for Andy being here and helping me out sometimes with some of the expenses as well. As we all know, horses get a bit expensive at times.
Yeah, mum knows. Mum knows,
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah, mother knows. Well, you've got a couple of questions that have come in. The first one is from Sunny the Ginger Nut. Sunny is a Clyde's cross, and I never know what class to put him in. What's your advice, Emma?
Oh, it's so hard without seeing him. You have to send me a DM and then I can see a photo of him. And I'm more than happy to help if someone sends me a photo. But I think like I said, I don't do a huge amount of horse classes, but I believe the heavy horse classes are purebred only at an affiliated level. But I know I've seen schedules where the classes for heavy horse breeds have been for part breds as well locally. So probably a part bred type class. And obviously I'd like to think being a cross is going to be a fairly sensible, solid type. So, you know, riding club horse or riding club pony or family pony or something like that. But like I say, without seeing type, he may well even be hunter or into that bracket, but it's difficult to tell without seeing a picture of him.
Right, you need to send a picture in then, Sunny.
Yeah,
send it to Effie, and we'll pass it on, or pass it on to Emma, and she'll give you a personal, wonderful opinion.
Oh, it's very much my opinion. I'm by no means an expert.
Oh, no, but it's nice. If someone's asked you that, they obviously value your opinion. It doesn't have to be the right one or, you know, in stone, but that's quite sweet that they've asked for your opinion. And the other one, Nikki Byrne, who's Robin's mum. Do you remember Robin?
I do.
Yeah, we all know Robin. She's a dude. She said, how long have you been riding?
I started riding when I was about 8. I was doing gymnastics and I fell off and bust my hip. And the consultant stupidly said, oh, you should try horse riding. It's really good for core strength. And my dad has regretted that decision forever. Because in my mid to late 30s, he is still helping to fund it.
Well, hold on. Sunny's just asked a question. Sunny, try and send it on Instagram. If not, you can send it to my email address and I will pass it on to EJ. My email is Debbie, spelled Delta Echo Bravo India @forcesequine.com. And I will pass that straight on to Emma, not a problem. Either be this evening or if not first thing in the morning. So that's Debbie @forcesequine.com. Send your picture there and I'll make sure that Emma gets it.
Yeah, I don't have a locked account either, so you should be able to message me directly. I don't have any privacy settings or anything.
Yeah, so if you find, so what's your Instagram name? So just say that so Sunny can
So
contact you directly.
At EJ_Smith_native ponies. So EJ Smith native ponies should come up.
Wicked. Excellent stuff. So, oh God, my ex-boss from the army's just joined. Hello, Philip. God knows why. He's probably never showed, I don't know, a dog in his life. But hi, Phil.
Yeah, while we're on the subject of Nikki and Robin, ever since I saw Robin's hat at Forces Equine, I've spent my life craving a bling hat.
Right.
The hat is amazing. I don't know if you've seen her Sam Shield. It is incredible. It's just covered in bling carpet over the top. And now I really want one, but I just feel like I can't get away with one on a native pony. I don't know where I'd wear it.
Well, why not? Why not? Why not? You know, it doesn't matter how big the pony is.
She's fully to blame for my persistent bling searching.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So just going back to someone like me, I've got a Dutch warm blood. Can you show a Dutch warm blood?
Yeah, I think they would come under foreign breeds, and that is massive now. It's such a huge. They get some really good high-profile classes all around the country, and obviously then I imagine sports horse type as well. So you've got sports horse showing classes, and some of the shows have like kind of the eventing and dressage sort of future potential ones. So all of those sort of classes would be great, but again. Equifest haven't got their schedule out at the minute, but they are just such a great organisation for covering everybody. If you look through their schedule, there's classes for everyone, and then you can kind of think, well, actually, that's the one for my horse, and then go away to other shows and look for them. Like, I often find that really local shows are not great for my ponies because it might just be an open, flat mountain and moorland class, and that isn't really their strength. They're good jumping ponies and they're nice sports ponies, but they're not the strongest flat ridden mountain and moorlands. Mo maybe, but the other two not so much, and certainly not in their older age. Against a 7-year-old, they wouldn't hold their own. So it's just about knowing what to put them in as well sometimes. Yeah,
and I think that's where it confuses a lot of us. You know, it's just like I said, I probably wouldn't know showing if it smacked me on the nose, but it would be good to get involved in. Just to let you know, Nikki Burns just come back saying that Robin said, she said you can always get away with bling no matter what. Katie Lewis has said, don't forget all breeds can do workers.
Yeah.
And then JJ Wills, great idea, these chats. Oh, hold on. Just need to get the background wall reversed as its mirror image. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, we know. Okay. Forces Equine, honest. Should be that way. But
Surely that's one of your lockdown jobs, isn't it?
Yeah, no, this is my lockdown job, to actually get new transfer, because I've been up there 5 years now. They need to. But maybe I can get 2 and I cover 1 up when we're on this. I don't quite. I tell you why. It's because the iPad's the wrong way round, but it's the right way round, so I can see you. I don't quite know how to change it, but hey ho. We're all still live and all going. But yeah, so just one last thing before I let you go, unless you've got something else you want to tell us about, although I do want to talk to you about, and BSBS also want to help us, bringing showing into FE. But why do you feel people should join Forces Equine?
I think it's just for me, when I got there, you know, I have avoided some places other than showing with ponies because you can get some rather weird feedback, like being kicked out of the ring because you've got floofy legs and you're scaring the warm bloods and stuff like that. But Effie was just the most awesome, friendly atmosphere. From the minute we arrived, we had Louise Ailey opposite us. And from the minute we arrived, it was just banter central. Loved it. And, you know, we all got on really well. We had great neighbours in the car park. Everyone was so chatty, really helpful. Like Catherine read her first elementary test for Louise, which was a real challenge, I think. She sort of just about gabbled it to the end. But it was just such a nice atmosphere. We got, you know, for me, not really knowing anybody when I got there, by the time I left, I knew pretty much everyone I now know within FE, because at some point I've met everyone around the ring and got chatting, and it's just, there's nothing elitist about it. Everyone's equal. It doesn't matter what you do. Nobody judges you whether you jump the 120 or whether you jump the 70.
Yeah.
We all got the same prizes, the same presentation, the same rings, and that was really lovely. We really enjoyed it.
Well, it's like you said about the showing earlier, and you said there's like the them and us bit. I like, and I've just watched it, and it's nothing I've said. This is in the rules. I've just watched, say, Sally Ann Walker's, who's big up their dressage, your Philippas, your Charlottes, and then you've got people like me scared of going shallow, or people like you say jumping 70 because their pony will only do 70 or 80, or you know, the person's happy doing 70 or 80, and you don't people going, oh God, they're just not like that. It's just like, go on. And it's, you know, the first time I witnessed that was Hickstead. And, you know, because it was unlimited points you could have to jump the 105. You've got some big guns that could jump with FE. You come down and did the 105. But they were going riot at the people doing 85 and 95 centimetres. It was just like, come on. And I just went, yeah, this is us.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the prizes we came home with were insane. Like,
our sponsors are wicked. They so love what you guys do.
It was amazing. We came home with so much stuff. It was awesome. And I know it's not all about winning and prizes, but it was lovely that even, I mean, I didn't go above novice in dressage and I didn't jump above 75. And still all those opportunities were there. They weren't reserved for the people that were jumping 125.
Yeah. Yeah, no, our sponsors really value what you guys do for a living, and they really value Forces Equine, and I can't fault them, and they're just so generous, but we do push them, you know, and we do value their support, you know, and they're brilliant. They are brilliant. But yeah, they're so proud of you guys.
I'm really lucky. I've obviously got to know some brands on the internet, and I can't offer them anything because I can't be a BA and I can't be sponsored with the classes that I want to do showing. But companies like Voltaire and Botanica and Blue Chip, they engage with me so much on social media despite me offering them absolutely nothing, which is really lovely. And they're really big companies, and it's just nice to get to know them and be able to ask them for advice. New Sean are amazing. They chat away with us loads, and you know, actually, to be fair, they could just go off to people that can offer them everything. I can't offer them anything, but yet they'll happily chat away and repost my posts and all that kind of stuff, and that means a lot because it means that they respect what you do.
Yeah,
and it means I respect them as a company as well for not
100%.
just wanting someone that's gonna, you know, offer them lots, and that's why I buy their stuff probably. You know.
Well, you know, I've seen Sean on the circuit a lot. He's Botanica, and you can't get away from him because he's so proud of his product. But his product works. The amount of people I say, you know, try Botanica, and anybody on this call or on this live thing tonight, do go look at botanica.ie. It works. It's great stuff. It is amazing. You know, and you turn up at these horse shows, they're like, try this, buy it, it's amazing. No, it is amazing. And Lisa, who looks after my horse, that's where he liveries at, she had a cut, and I said, try this, and she went, oh, okay. And now she's asking me, can I get some more? And I'm like, yeah, we'll order some more because it is good stuff. And, you know, like Voltaire, they can't do enough. They're just great. You know, like Spillers, they sponsor us at shows. They're also fab. Blue Chip, who I know interact with us a lot, we need to get them involved because there's a lot of you that really value what Blue Chip do. And they need to become a friend of FE, just saying. But yeah, no, it is good, and it's not a point of trying to just get stuff out of these companies to go, here's a prize. We do champion them, and we push. I think the way we work, we push everything that our members value. And it's not just one member, it's like lots of you trialing stuff and then you all push it. And like with Botanic is a great example. They now look after several of the mounted units that have come through FE.
Yeah.
So it does work.
It's just lovely when they comment on your post or something. I know that's a really little thing, but when they're really pleased at how well you've done at a show and you feed your horses on their food, or you know, that's what I washed them in, or that's what I bit them in. It's lovely that they really genuinely care, if that's the right word, that how you're doing when you go out, when you're actually only really little in the scheme of their great big company. I like that. There's small things, isn't it?
It is, and it's like, you know, it's dead easy to push something that you don't believe in because, I don't know, they've asked you to or whatever, but if you're pushing something because you really believe in it, which is what I'm getting at with our members, with certain of the products that have been brought into our remit, that is quite cool.
Yeah, and actually, to a certain extent, that's why I love the rules of not being able to be a BA or be a sponsor, because what I like is what I like.
Yes.
And I like it for my own reasons, not because it offers me anything.
Yeah. Well, Katie Lewis, do you know Katie Lewis?
I do know Katie very well. It's her birthday tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, Katie. But she said she needs to change her job so she can join FE.
Yeah, she's a dog groomer.
Well, she could be an associated member, so she can come and join in, like, you know, the championships.
Katie, there we are. You've got no excuse anymore. And
there you go.
Okay, so even less excuse.
And I've just worked out who J.I. Wills is. She's a troublemaker. I'm joking. She said, I totally agree. When a company reacts to a post Daisy makes, it really feels like a two-way thing. Yeah, and that's Mrs. Williams, who's Daisy's mum, and I completely agree with her.
Yeah, 100%. It's I love that, and my social media is purely social. It's what I love, all of that, and I've got I'm really lucky to have some really lovely followers that are so nice and chat away on my posts about my ponies. And even over the winter when I'm getting proper miserable at not having a school and not being able to ride and only being in walk, they send me messages and stuff, and that's lovely. I really like that because I spend a lot of time around the horses on my own. So
yeah.
That's great.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I got a bit jealous today because it's been a beautiful weekend, and I was like, if it wasn't in lockdown, I'd have gone and played with my pony. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that, getting out of lockdown so I can actually go see my horse that I've not seen since October. But he is in good hands. He's not destitute, tied to a tree somewhere. He's very good, and he's been ridden like every day, so it's all cool. But yeah, so is there anything else you want to add other than the fact we need to get BSBS, which they've already said they will, and we need to get showing into FE?
Yeah, well, there's a good reason for Katie to join as well, because she already organises shows. She's just done her first big one, so she can be in there as well. I'm just dropping her in it while she's here. Yeah,
Katie, send me your number.
But yeah, all I can say is that everyone who can join FE, do it. You know, no matter what it is, even if you come along for the jolly and stuff. Really, we love it. I really hope September goes ahead. It's already in my calendar. It better happen.
I'm hiding if it doesn't. But no, to be fair, and I'm going to put it out there, Tilly Pilkington, who I've not met yet, bless her. Hello, Tilly. She says, so looking forward to taking part in FE. You all sound so friendly and approachable. We are. And that's not me just saying that, we are. But I think September will happen. The dates in the diary of Arena, so they've already blocked it out. It's COVID allowed. because we are such a social bunch, I don't want to be that group. Well, I say it's not about me, but where we come off the lorry, you do your bit, you get on your lorry, go. That's not pretty much how we roll. It'd be nice to sit down and have like a barbecue or whatever and just go, God, I've not seen you. And it'll probably feel like some people 2 years. For me, it will be. It will be what? So 23 months if it goes in September that I've seen any of you lot in the flesh.
Yeah.
So it would be good to have that.
Hopefully we'll be all right outside by then, I think. An outside barbecue and stuff.
100%. And like Mrs. Williams has just said, can't wait till we can all meet up again soon. Visual, completely with you on that one. Sunny's just said, do you need to involve your horse to join? This chat has totally lifted my spirits today after losing a pony on Friday. Oh God, I'm so sorry to hear that, Sunny. No, you don't need to have a horse to join. And Blue Chip's just popped up. Hi, Blue Chip. No, going back to Sunny, you don't need to have a horse, and you would be surprised how many people that would turn around to you even on a weekend if they've got to know you even over this sort of avenues that would go, here, do you want to go ride an intro or 70 centimetres? Here's my pony. Because to be fair, when my horse was broken, that's what people did to me. And they just went, just go and get involved in that class, you pay your entry and you got to borrow someone's horse. It was brilliant.
Well, Catherine won on Harry at Summer Games when Goat went ill just before the champs. She rode Harry in the prelim and won the prelim and her first ever test on him. So
exactly, and you know, my horse was completely broken, and Lisa Hinton said to me, "Here's Ultimate," and this horse came trotting along the walkway at Arena UK, and I was like, "I'm going to die." And she went, "You happy?" And then we went round and did our course, and then he had a poo between two jumps, and for some reason I just couldn't go forward, but I enjoyed myself. But yeah, that's the sort of way we roll. And Nikki Byrne just said, outside bar, just don't leave Faye in charge. I might have missed that one, but that sounds interesting. But seeing Blue Chips just joined, honestly, we're great. You need to get involved with us. We will look after you and spread the word.
Definitely do.
100%. And Carmen Kaminsky, one of our other wonderful sponsors, FOMO, she just popped up. She's
they're another one that are awesome on social media.
They're brilliant. They're brilliant. They're just
so chatty and supportive. Yeah, we're so lucky. That's, I think, sort of 5-6 companies already that have just cropped up, and they are purely, you know, just chatting because they're really lovely rather than because they're getting any benefit out of it.
Yeah, they're lovely, and they want to give something back to you guys who do so much for us. But we don't just go thanks for that. We do push them and copy them in and tag them in and do whatever we can, and invite them to all our mad shows, which are pretty cool, and I can't wait for the next one. But yeah, they're just all genuine, and their products are fantastic, and you know, whatever we can do to support them, we would do, you know. Definitely,
yeah, I'm definitely for that.
So have you got anything else you'd like to add to your wonderful followers?
No, I don't think so.
Can I just say, Blue Chip
this is probably the first time they've ever seen me talk on video, because I don't do any talking, any vlogging, any
Yes, I've got something up on
this Catherine. Is a very one-off occasion.
Catherine will hate me. I got you to chat on video.
I sent her a message the other day saying I'm doing an Instagram live, and she was like, "You what? You won't even appear on a vlog. How are you going to do an Instagram live?" I was like, I couldn't say no to Debbie. I felt really bad.
Well, no, I think you've been amazing. You've definitely educated me on showing. You've definitely educated all these people that have, you know, got involved and stuff. Jan doesn't look so fed up anymore, which is fantastic. So you've lifted her spirit. And Blue Chip would love to do something with us.
Yay, go Blue Chip. Yeah, that'd be lovely. It'd be lovely to have them involved.
Yeah, well, there's so many of our members that really champion their product, and I think we do chat on social media, and it would be good to just sort of raise that Blue Chip flag.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Okay, well, unless you've got anything else to me, I'm going to let you crack on and put your feet up to maybe watch Dancing on Ice on catch up.
Oh, I'm not a Dancing on Ice girl.
We are. We are. It's movie week this week.
No.
Well, it's like most people that jump really, really high. I go, how the hell do you do that on little blades? So yeah, I just think it's quite cool. But no, it's been great to catch up with you.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see you in person, like all of the FEers. And Jill's just got Blue Chip. We're great for Daisy at Hoys. There you go. See Blue Chip. We've got a superstar from Hoys as well, which is Daisy Williams. But let's catch up again soon, and let's talk about 2022 and doing some showing with FE, because I think it'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, that would be really good. I'd like that.
Brilliant. All right, my darling.
All right, lovely to catch up with you all.
Thank you.
You take care.
Bye.
Thank you so much for your time.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.